Hey traders, welcome back to my channel. So unfortunately on 1st of November, that is the first day of a new month, I had a very bad start to the month. I lost 6,500 US dollars within the first 2 minutes of market open. If you guys have seen my previous videos, you guys have seen me making $10,000 within the first 5 minutes of market open. So I believe that you guys deserve to know that trading the open, it's not as easy. You also have to accept that big loss. Every trade is a risk to reward game. So if you can't accept the increased risk that comes with trading the open, don't even trade the first 15 minutes of market open. Also to keep in mind, when you are trading the first 2 to 3 minutes of market open, the stocks and the options are very volatile. So you also lose a bit of money because of order issues, platform issues, and the same thing happened with me on this day. On 1st of November, I took a trade on Tesla right off the open. I was actually slightly green on that trade, but I was expecting a bigger move towards the upside, a break of a critical level, but that level got rejected and we saw a big red candle going against me. I placed my order to exit the position expecting to lose $3,000 to $4,000 on that trade, but because of a platform issue, as I mentioned earlier, these things happen right at the open. I was not able to get filled on my order, and finally when I got filled on my order, that loss was $6,500 instead of $3,000 to $4,000 that I was expecting to lose on that trade. After facing that huge loss on Tesla, I kept my hedge trade, I focused on the next trade, and then I was able to score a really good trade on coin with very good risk to reward ratio. Then a bit later, I scored another good trade on shop, making me green for the day. In this video, I will be recapping the trades I took on Tesla and coin, so make sure that you guys watch this video till the end because it's gonna give you guys a few tips and tricks on how to manage your positions right off the open and how do you come back from a big loss as well. Let's take a look at my first trade right off the open. That was on Tesla. Tesla was gapping up in the pre-market. We don't have any clean levels to trade out of because Tesla is at all-time high. It made a pre-market high of around $1158 level. It was also holding $1150. That is a good psychological level in the pre-market itself. So my plan was to catch the break of $1150 with the profit target of the break of the pre-market high, which was around $1158 level. Here's my trade on Tesla. Before we jump on to my entries and exits, I'm gonna explain myself the reasoning behind this trade. This dotted line is the pre-market high, that is around $1158 level. Tesla was also holding $1150 in the pre-market itself. You guys can see this was acting as resistance, then $1150 was acting as support, and it is a good psychological level as well. That's why just before the break of $1150, I'm gonna place my order to get filled in the next few seconds. I got filled 10 contracts. I'm trading 1150 calls and my fill price was 41.90 on this trade. After my entry on Tesla, Tesla was still hovering around $1145 to $1150 level. If you look at the dollar amount, I'm investing around $42,000 on this trade because I'm taking 10 contracts. Each contract is worth 4,200 US dollars. I'm investing 42,000 US dollars and I'm also accepting that I might lose 5 to 10% on this trade. So I'm accepting that I might lose around $2,000 to $4,000 on this trade because when you are trading the open, stocks can be very volatile. But I also know on this trade, if I catch the break of 1150 towards the upside with the profit target of 1158 and the break of 1160, I'm gonna make at least 20% on this trade. So I'm risking 5 to 10% to make 20%, which is 2 to 1 risk to reward, which is awesome. My stop loss on this trade is the break of the VWAP towards the downside. The premiums are still holding above $40 level. Even if the premiums come down to $38 level, I have accepted the risk in that case. But if I see the break of the VWAP towards the downside, we might even see the break of low of the day and I'm gonna exit my position. At the rejection from the VWAP, I'm gonna place my order to exit this position in the next few seconds, but I'm gonna get an error. I don't know what the fuck is this error, but let's go through the error and see what this means. So this error means that the limit price I try to get filled is at 39.20 and the current market price is at 40.6. That means the current market price when I placed my order is higher than the limit price I placed it for. And you guys can see here, our price management algo can automatically manage your price. I don't want the price management algo to manage my position. I'm gonna turn this setting off, but at the moment, because of this error, I was not able to exit my position. But then I canceled that error. I tried to update my order to the bid price. I was not getting filled and the bids are stepping down on this one. The premiums are at $35 at the moment. I don't want to hold on to my loser. And finally, I cancelled my previous order. I placed a new order to exit the position and I got filled at 35.31, which is a huge loss because I placed my order to exit at 39.20. Worst case scenario, if I would have placed market order to exit my position, I would have exited at 38.00, worst case scenario. But in this case, I got filled at 35.31. That means I lost $3,000 to $4,000 more than I was planning to risk on this trade. So guys, this is the reality of trading the first 5 minutes of market open. The next time you see me or any other trader making $10,000 within the first 5 minutes of market open, just know that trading the first 5 minutes, it's not always bells and whistles. You also should be able to accept the increased risk that comes with trading the first 5 minutes of market open. Another thing to note here is that after facing such a huge loss right off the open, you should have the mindset to forget about the loss and then look for the next A+ opportunity and not to get emotional about that loss. But the downside is that this thing only comes with experience. After you have faced losses in the market, these losses don't affect you anymore. So if you are still a beginner trader struggling to find consistency, I would highly recommend to stay away from trading the first 5 minutes of market open. My second trade of the day was on Coin. That was straight from our game plan. This was a really good game plan and I was able to execute on this trade very nicely. If you guys would like access to our game plan that I post on our Discord group every single market open day, you can join our Discord group. The link will be in the description box below. So Coin has been making this really nice triangle on the hourly chart. This 326 to 327 zone has been acting as resistance. My plan on Coin was to catch the break of yesterday high, which was around 326, to catch the break of $330 level because it's been making very nice triangle on the hourly chart, and on the daily chart it's been consolidating in between a range for the past few days. This is the recap of my trade on Coin. You guys can see right off the open I was trading Tesla, but this was a really good game plan. If you would have entered at the break of 326 or 327 and caught this one candle towards the upside, I know a lot of our members caught this one candle and they made 20-30% in 1 minute, which was an awesome trade. But for me, because I was trading Tesla, I missed this initial push towards the upside. Then we had this red candle, but this big red candle was on very low volume, so this caught my interest. The first two candles we had really good volume. The second minute candle is higher than the first minute volume candle, which is pretty rare to see, but on this third candle, red candle, the volume is very low. And during this candle, the tech sector had a bit of a sell-off. The QQQ and the NQ was a bit selling off within the first 3-4 minutes of market open, but I was looking at the hold of this $325.5 and $326 level. $325.5 is the pre-market high, and these levels are the daily level, yesterday's high and the day before yesterday's high. At the hold of these level, I placed my order to get filled. I'm trading 330 calls. I got filled 30 contracts at a premium price of 9.60. My stop loss on this trade is very tight. I was only giving it room until 325.5 to go towards the downside because that is the pre-market high. These are the daily levels. If it loses this level, I would have exited my position. So I'm only giving it around 50 cents or $1 of risk on the stock price. I'm going to show you guys my exits on a screenshot because I held this trade for around 10-15 minutes. Just before the break of high of the day, I covered 50% of my position, 15 contracts at a premium price of 10.60. I was clearly in the money. It made a bull flag. It held the 9 EMA nicely on the 1 minute chart. On the next push up around the break of high of the day, I took another 5 contracts out at a premium price of 11.00. I kept taking my partials all the way up until the break of $333 level towards the upside. This was a really good trade because I entered right at the bottom. I entered at 326 with my stop loss at 325.5. I was giving it 50 cents to go against me and I caught this $7 move in my favor, which is pretty awesome. In total on this trade, I made around $4,700, which is pretty good after facing that huge loss to start the day with. After my trade on Coin, I was able to score a really good winner on Shop as well that I caught with a lot of other Discord members. Overall, ending the day with around $1,000 in the green. I lost $6,500 within the first 2 minutes of market open on Tesla. I had 2 small losers on mRNA and Airbnb. I made $500 on my Tesla trade. That was a really quick in and out trade. But majority of my big winners were on shop. I made $3,300 on shop. Then I also made $4,700 on coin that we just discussed about. That is pretty much it, guys. The reason for me making this video is because I have posted a lot of my winners trading the first 5 minutes of market open. But I want to be honest with you guys that trading the first 5 minutes, it's not easy. It's very, very risky, and it's very, very difficult to trade the first 5 minutes of market open. If you guys like this video, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and hit the bell notification so that you guys get notified every time I release a new video. I'm releasing 2 to 3 new videos every single week on day trading. If you don't follow me on Instagram, make sure that you follow me there. The link will be in the description box below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.